Did you know that 2/3 of British people actually set New Year's resolutions? However, 23% of those people will quit their New Year's resolution within the first week, and 43% will quit their New Year's resolution within the first month. So, how can you be in the 57% of people who are still going in February? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the reasons that I think that people don't follow through with their New Year's resolutions or goals and how we can combat that. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim. I help therapists in private practice get online, get confident with admin, and reduce tech overwhelm. And I also love to talk about goal setting. So I also have a free workshop coming up that I'd love to tell you all the details about. This is an experiential workshop, and it's designed to equip you with the tools and strategies needed to make 2024 your most successful and fulfilling year yet. We are going to be unlocking the Goal Getters method, which is going to mix visualization and strategic planning to help you achieve your goals. We're going to help you craft your ideal schedule so that you can actually have time to take action on your goals. And we're actually going to be doing some goal setting, so you walk away from the workshop with your action plan for the next few weeks. You have 2 dates to choose from, and we'd love to see you there. Okay, so let's get to the reasons. Reason number one is because people set too many goals. If you are focused on too many things, it's going to be really hard for you to actually follow through with those. So I would recommend only committing to 1 to 3 goals. You want to reduce the amount of goals that you're trying to achieve. And what you also want to do is move the goalpost of when you're going to achieve that goal by. If you decide you want to do it by the end of 2024, you have got a whole 12 months to kind of procrastinate on that, not think about it. Whereas if you set the goal to complete it by the end of Q1, you are much more focused on trying to achieve that goal because the deadline date is so much closer. It will make it feel like it needs to be done much more urgently than if you just said, oh, it needs to be done by the end of the year. The second reason is because people do not make their goals SMART. So we've all heard this term SMART goals probably in school or when we've worked in some kind of business arena. But it is actually really important to make each of your goals SMART goals. I'm going to just go through what a SMART goal is and why it's important. So the first thing is it needs to be specific. So the goal needs to really be specific in what the achievement is. So let's say you want to grow your private practice, okay? You need more clients. So the goal that you could have in mind is, I want to have more clients. That's not very specific. What you want to say is, I want to get 3 new clients, and that is specific. The second goal is it needs to be measurable. So you need to have some data to be able to measure it by. And that also helps by being specific. So if you say, I would like to have 3 new clients, how are you going to measure that? Well, you're going to know if you have 3 more clients because you started off with 4 clients. And if you get to 7 clients, you'll know that you have gained 3 new clients. So it needs to be measurable. It also needs to be achievable. So if you had set yourself the goal of trying to get 10 new clients, that's probably not going to be achievable in a 12-week period or even a year's period, really. So what you want to do is make sure that the goal you're trying to achieve is achievable. And so you're not going to be put off when it's not happening fast enough, or if you're realizing it's never going to happen. If you get to July or August and you've only had 2 new clients, it's really going to put a downer in your mind of you being able to achieve the goal that you've set yourself, because you're going to know, well, if I've only got 2 new clients in 8 months, there's no way I'm going to get another 8 clients in 4 months. So you really want to make sure that your goal is stretched. You want to stretch yourself to achieve a goal, but you want to make sure it is actually achievable. The next thing is it needs to be relevant. The goal that you set yourself needs to be relevant in what you want to achieve overall, either professionally or personally. And that's why doing the exercise I did last week, which is all about setting your vision and creating your word of the year, can really help you pick goals that are going to match that. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it here so that you can go back and watch it. If, for example, you want to get 3 new clients, but what your overall goal and vision is for the year is to actually work less, that's not going to be relevant, and you're going to have this push-pull of trying to get new clients but wanting to take time off. So your goal needs to match your overall vision for your life, and so it needs to be relevant. So you want it to match. So if you are trying to get more clients and grow your business, and that is your overall vision, is to work full-time in your private practice, getting 3 new clients is going to be a really relevant goal. And finally, it needs to be time bound. So you need to have a deadline. Like I was saying in the first part of this, you need to set yourself a time frame when this is going to happen, so that you have some urgency to it. If you say, I just need 3 clients by the end of the year, that's not going to give you that urgency that you need. So I would recommend having your goals, 1 to 3 goals, set each quarter, and you can carry those on. So if you say, I want to get 3 clients by the end of March, that would be the end of Q1. If you've only got 2, okay, that's fine. So you can carry on that goal to the next quarter, but you want to keep making sure that you have those tighter deadlines so that you can have the best chance of achieving them. The next reason I think people don't achieve their goals is because of the motivation. When you first set your goal, you are so energized and excited, and then all of a sudden you get that dip. And it happens really quickly, where it's not really top of mind for you anymore. It becomes a bit of a slog to have to continue to do that thing that you're working towards. And there's a whole emotional cycle of change. And I'll put a little image on the screen, which I've taken from the book, The 12-Week Year, which really shows how it dips really quickly, but then if you stick with it, it's going to go back up. But that most people give up when they're in that valley of despair, as the book calls it, where they just don't see a way out, and they've just gone down, 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 and they don't see the fact that it's going to come back up if they stick to it. So the ways that you can get around this motivation dip is by doing 2 things. First of all, it's by planning. What you want to do is make a plan for how you are going to achieve that goal. So let's take the scenario of wanting 3 new clients. What could you do to influence that? If you literally sat back and did nothing, then the clients are probably not just going to turn up themselves, and you also might lose clients because they come to the end of their therapy journey, which means you're going to need even more clients. You might have started out needing 3, then 1's graduated from therapy. Now you need 4 to get to your actual goal. So what are the things that you could do that could actually influence the fact that you're going to get new clients? So just off the top of my head, you could freshen up your website. You could actually make it clear that you are available for new clients. You could add a discovery call booking onto your website so that people can book directly with you from the website for an intake screening call. That actually takes out the middle thing of them emailing you and then you replying back and you having a back and forth conversation. If somebody can just book in a free 15-minute call with you there and then, they are more likely to do that and know that they have got that coming up. So they might even stop looking for other therapists until they've met you. You could also create a profile on Psychology Today or another directory so that when people are searching for therapists, you are going to come up. And my colleague Tamara Howard has a free course on creating your Psychology Today profile, and I'll leave a link for that in the description so you can take that course if this is one of your goals. Another thing you can do is network. You can actually put yourself out there to your colleagues, whether that's other therapists or psychiatrists or GP centers or any other place that would be referring to therapists. You can actually put yourself out there and let them know that you are available. So there's lots of things that you can do, and what you want to make sure is that you have an action plan for each week of something you're going to do. So to freshen up your website might take more than a week, but you want to make sure that you are planning in time to complete that and actually saying, okay, well, I'm going to do something on my website this week. So it might take you 4 weeks to complete that, but you have an action plan. And the second part of the motivation is by having an accountability partner. Now, this can just be a friend. It can be somebody in the same field as you, somebody who's working towards the same goal as you, so you can bounce ideas off of each other. There are lots of different stats about how having an accountability partner can increase your chances of success, but you do have around a 7 times greater chance of completing your goal if you have an accountability partner. Like I said, there's lots of different stats out there, percentages, times wise, but the evidence does show that if you have an accountability partner, you will have more chance of succeeding. There are loads of Facebook groups for therapists in private practice, so you can actually just say, I'm looking for an accountability partner for the next 12 weeks. This is my goal. If anybody would like to partner up with me, I'd love to get in contact with you. That could be a great thing to do if you don't have somebody that you know of that you could work with. And what you want to do is set up a meeting with them regularly so that you can report on how you're doing, the difficulties you're having, and they can help you brainstorm ideas, and you can do the same for them. I have found my accountability partner for some of my goals is my PA, and we have regular meetings where she checks up on me and says, how are you doing with this? Is there anything I can help you with? Obviously, she's my PA, so she can help me with certain things, but we have those regular meetings where we're in touch, and that is why I believe I was able to get so many of my goals completed last year, because I had somebody kind of on my back, somebody who I had to report to. Especially when you work alone, you don't have that accountability. You know, like if you were in a job and somebody set you a goal, so let's say you had a project to work on, you'd have to report on how you were doing. You'd have a deadline for that report to be completed. When you're in your own business, it's your own rules. It's, I'm making up this goal, so if I let it go, no one's going to know, no one's going to be on my back. So you want to kind of have someone on your back, and you can get that by having an accountability partner. And my final reason why I think people do not follow through with their goals is because of their time management. If you do not plan on paper when you are going to take action on your goals, you are never going to do it in real life. You really need to be good at time management to be able to complete your goals. If you don't, weeks will go by and you will do nothing about it. So I really want you to block off at least an hour a week to take action on each of your goals. So if you have 3 goals, you're going to need 3 hours blocked out. And that could be all in one go, or you can move them around. But you really need to get better with time management if you want to achieve your goals. I have loads and loads of resources and videos all about time management and all of the things that I do to manage my time better. So I have a video on time blocking. I have a video on Google Calendar. I would really suggest having a look in the description for the links that I've put in there, and it will really help you manage your time better. Okay, those are the reasons that I feel that people fail when they are planning their goals, and I don't want you to be one of those people. So if you would like some help with that, please come along to the free workshop that Tamara Howell and I are hosting on the 23rd and 25th of January. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for that. It's totally free, like I said, and it's really experiential. So what we're doing is we're going to actually be working on you to set some goals and decide what action steps you're going to take each week to work towards that goal. We're also going to be helping you with your time management and tying your goals to your overall vision. So if that's something that you would enjoy and you would really like the space to be able to do that, please come along. I'd love to see you there. But for now, thanks so much for watching.